we think, hey, get that guy a number one wide receiver. Or in the case of Philadelphia, they got 2 number ones. Miami has 2 number ones for Tua. In the case of the New York Giants, they're helping their quarterback by signing their star left tackle. Andrew Thomas signs a 5-year extension. He gets $67 million guaranteed. He's a really good tackle. And then I said the other day that there'll be a running back revolution. Not so much, no revolution among the running backs. Saquon Barkley didn't sign a $10 million franchise tag. He signed for $11 million. So no dramatic holdout for Saquon Barkley. But they got Barkley. They got Thomas in the fold. Daniel Jones. I don't think he's a great quarterback. He had a very good season, not a great quarterback, not on Justin Herbert's level. I'm coming right to your neighborhood here. This is the NFC East. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the Giants going into year 2 of the Brian Daboll regime and some of these moves that they've made?
I'm confused by a few things. I'm confused by Saquon's decision. You had the opportunity to go ahead and take a franchise tag with no incentives that you were pressured to hit, whether directly from the organization or just from your own competitiveness and wanting to get those extra bonuses in terms of money. The money is virtually the same, except one deal has incentives, the other one doesn't. I don't know if it's wise to have your running back out there every Sunday, Monday, and occasional Thursday trying to hit these incentives so he can get extra money. Like, I feel like that's not ideal, especially when Saquon Barkley is such an important part of this offense. Running back number 2, AKA Daniel Jones, you have to go ahead and pay your left tackle because that man's going to be running for his life. Like, so it made sense that they paid him. I just kind of don't understand. Listen, I understand the running back market and what the running back market has become. I spoke to Troy Aikman a couple of days ago, and he said, teams are going to prioritize the positions that are most important to them, which is fair. I get it. And the economics will say that the running back position, although players believe it's important, the league will say that it's not. With that said, though, Saquon is an important piece of this offense. You are supposed to pay that. This is not an offense that sometimes uses their running back, may use their running back, occasionally uses their running back. This is an offense that, if I had to guess, uses their running back at least 40% of the time. How you don't pay that man is beyond me.
First of all, let me just tell you, Ashley, I love you. You know this. I love hanging out with you, talking sports and culture with you. You're just so casual. You're like, listen, I broke my nail. I was talking to Troy Aikman the other day. What? Anyway, you just drop that in there. I was just talking to Troy. Okay. All right. Yeah. I was just talking to Troy Aikman. And, Troy Aikman said, well, I don't know what Troy Aikman would say about Saquon Barkley. Saquon, I'm going to tell you what Michael Holley says. You broke my heart. You broke my heart because I was trying to ride for you. I was trying to ride for you and Nick Chubb and every other running back out there who is talking about, and Austin Eckler with the Chargers. He watches Justin Herbert get paid, and he has incentives, get a little bit of crumbs. That he is well past deserving. And so I'm trying to stand up for these running backs that get paid. And I think, okay, well, now you got Josh Jacobs, great running back. He's unhappy with the Raiders. Saquon, unhappy with the Giants. It's time to take a stand. It's time to let them know how important the running back is to the offense. And he comes back and he signs this little sorry contract, relatively. I take it. But he signs this relative to his production. He signs a sorry contract. And this is why. This is part of the reason that there's really not going to be any progress made here, because guys who have the ability to stand up, guys who have the ability to be like, nah, I deserve more than that. Even those guys are taking below market deals. This is a bad deal. Anyway, enough on him.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it's unfortunately where the league is right now. And I don't think, and again, Troy Aikman sprinkling that in there. He also said he does not see the league changing. It's become a pass-first league, and the only time that a running back is going to see an ounce of the money that the Cowboys once upon a time paid Ezekiel Elliott is if you are a Christian McCaffrey. If you are, that hybrid between a wide receiver and a running back, that traditional workhorse running back that doesn't catch the football and just goes ahead and pounds defensive lines and hits those holes, is unfortunately becoming a thing of the past when it comes to the NFL.
All right, Ashley, one more thing. And, Gary, we could just put this on. I want us to listen to the wisdom of Kyle Shanahan. Now, Kyle Shanahan, talking about the quarterback situation in San Francisco, they got their guy back, Brock Purdy. Here's Kyle Shanahan talking about the San Francisco quarterback.
Brock did hit all his stuff. It did go how it does for most of these guys, and he is ready. So, yeah, I have a few more thoughts that I wasn't expecting to have to go to for a couple more weeks. I planned on having about 5 to 8 practices, very similar to OTAs. So to come in after vacation and be told that Brock's good to go, I was like, all right, I got to think of how we're going to rep this right away. So that's all that coaches and I had to go over, but it's kind of a really good surprise because he's going to get all of camp. We'll ease him up into it. And being able to go on the throwing program that he is, taking some days off, it still gives Trey and Sam some of those 1 reps that I believe that they need to give themselves a chance to differentiate themselves through all this based off of what Brock did last year.
No, ma'am.
Okay. See, here we go, Ashley. We start off talking about Moses. Moses could pray. Moses was a prayer warrior. So I'm going to take all the powers of Moses and I'm going to pray over the San Francisco 49ers quarterback situation. I am telling you, I am hopeful that Brock Purdy can stay healthy the entire year. He's got all the training camp. Stay healthy during training camp. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, Brock Purdy. Okay, stay healthy, stay upright, get your rest. I want all the quarterbacks to be healthy because I'm so tired of the 49ers. I'm talking about you, Debo. I'm talking about you, Kyle Shanahan. I'm talking about you, 49ers fans. I'm tired of your excuses from the NFC Championship game. You were not the better team, and your quarterback got hurt. Both things can be true. Quarterback got hurt, which lessened your chances of winning, but you want to go win that game because you're not the best team in the NFC. So I hope they see that themselves, Ashley, with a healthy Brock Purdy when he throws more interceptions and touchdowns. Anyway, what do you think?
I think there's a bigger problem here, though. I think that, listen, the 49ers offense notoriously is a plug and play, meaning the quarterback really does not matter because it's designed to implement any quarterback at any given time and still be successful. With that said, chemistry and continuity is important in sports. It's definitely important in team sports, i.e. basketball, i.e. football specifically. So here's the issue. Trey Lance was the guy you drafted. Jimmy Garoppolo was the guy that once upon a time you couldn't keep in your locker room because he had success with the 49ers. People will say he wasn't a great quarterback. He wasn't. He was good. He did what he did. He did what he needed to do to win games. But you needed Jimmy Garoppolo out of that locker room because you couldn't have that shadow on your prized possession, Trey Lance, because Trey Lance was your guy. And you couldn't have Jimmy Garoppolo, who had that locker room once upon a time, looking over his shoulder and being there just in case Trey Lance messed up or Trey Lance got hurt. You needed to instill the confidence in QB1, the QB you drafted, that he was your guy. Trey Lance gets hurt. Brock Purdy comes in. Brock Purdy has one hell of a season. He gets hurt at the worst possible time. And the 49ers fall short against the Philadelphia Eagles. Hear that, know the story. Now we're going into a new season. Is Trey Lance no longer your guy? Because he was your guy last season before he got hurt. Now, if I'm Trey Lance, I'm like, what the hell? What did you draft me for? Is this my team or is it not my team? Because it seems every time that I get hurt and somebody shows up and shows out, now you forget about the guy that you drafted, but once upon a time, you were willing to move a player like Brock Purdy, who came in, had a great time, had a great season with the 49ers, who had success. You were willing to get rid of him for my benefit and my growth, but now it's a different story. If I'm Trey Lance, I'm very confused and I'm borderline upset.
Well, that's a good good place to take a break. But I'll say this: there's no confusion. Trey Lance is not confused. I mean, it's clear. It's clear. Like, is it my team or not? No, it's not your team. It's Brock Purdy's team.
Damn.
They made that clear. So if you're Trey Lance, if you like the San Francisco area, stick around. But if you actually want to play, you want to prove yourself. After not playing all that much in college, and then COVID, then the injuries, you might have to step out of there. Ask out, because they turned your team over to Brock Purdy, who's the best thing to happen to San Francisco since streetcars. Joe Montana.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.